For a few years of his life, my grandfather earned his living working tugboats. To be of use, he gave himself to both sun and river, maneuvering vessels and hoisting lines. Perhaps he was drawn to the tugboats because he possessed the capacity to move things that could not move themselves. At 13, he packed his belongings and discontent in a pack, and by 20 had sailed from the sweet waters of the Rio Tejo to the salty Suder of the Hudson River, leaving all of Portugal in his wake. Like the boats, he was strong for his size and powerfully built, and the sun quickly carved deep caverns into his skin, the color of mud by the time he returned home to sit at my grandmother's table. I have his hands, dark and rough, and not at all smooth and elegant like my mother's and my grandmother's before her. Only when I look down at my own calloused hands can I clearly remember his, holding a paper napkin to his wet glass as we sat in August heat by his garden, my stomach full and fingers tired from an afternoon of snapping beans. He had spent the day teaching me to work the soil and showing me how to remove the string from each bean with a mindful tug. Years later, as we stood over metal bowls in my mother's kitchen and together tore the entrails from each shrimp in preparation for Christmas Eve dinner, I could see the ache in his once tireless fingers and was reminded of those sweeter days.
Hay que ver lo que el mar rodando te ve.